Alright, so here we are in the zoomed in view for Cigreen's Little Boy Plus stripper. As you can see, it's a true unboxing, Cigreen Little Boy Plus. And that's pretty much it. So I'll open it up. And inside you get O-ring, a couple of pre-wrapped coils, and a screwdriver. No extra screws, unfortunately, but that's okay. I like extras, but if it doesn't include it, that's okay. Oh, actually, there is some screws in there. Or is that a problem? Did it come out of the? Oh, maybe. Let's see. Looks like a top cap adapter, and there's 3 screws or 4 screws in there. Let's see. And then inside you have your Little Boy Plus dripper inside. Obviously this is the wider cap. Looks pretty cool, I think. But I'll take it apart and we'll go over it piece by piece. Alright, so we have it apart. We'll go over it piece by piece. This is your adapter for a regular 510 pin or 510 drip tip. Looks to be plastic or Delrin. Nothing crazy. Machining looks okay. Minor scuffs there. And the machining, I guess. But nothing crazy. I don't think it won't affect performance. So that's fine. There's one O-ring over there. But yeah, it'll fit your standard drip tip. You can see, just pop it in there in the top cap. Just push it through and it should be fine. Next you have the drip tip that came with it. It's obviously wider bore in comparison to your standard 510 drip tip. Yeah, same thing, same material, plastic, maybe Delrin. One O-ring over there. Bore is definitely nice and wide, so that should be alright. And again, that will fit inside the top cap, just like that. So, yeah. Next we have your top cap. So it says Masterpiece Custom Vapes. Stars on it. Engraving's pretty nice. Then you have a decorative groove, I guess, with an O-ring. Machining's good. Stainless steel construction, so it seems to be all right. And you have your midsection where your airflow is, or airflow control. You can see MCV Philippines or Philippines. Little Boy. Engraving's pretty nice. I mean, not the deepest, but definitely looks pretty good. We got a groove over here, and 1, 2, 3 O-rings. So looks to be you can rock the dual airflow, or dual coil and single coil. So that's all right. But yeah, stainless steel. It seems okay. And finally, you have your deck. Standard Phillips screws. 2 negative posts, part of the deck, and a positive post with 2 holes in them, especially if you're doubling it up. But as you can see, it's weird to see negative holes look to be at least 1.5 millimeter. But the positive holes look to be about 1 millimeter, maybe 1.25, which is kind of weird. Wish they were bigger. But again, we'll talk about that. Again, you'll see where your airflow gets cut off, I guess, or opens up. Deck is deep at parts, but on the lower deck looks to be, or like this section here, looks to be only about 2.5, 3 millimeter deep. So we'll see how that works out. You have your 1 O-ring over there. Flip it over. No serial number, no logo, but you do have a copper 510 pin, which seems okay. Now, to put this all together, it's fairly easy. Put it right there, right there. I think you put it right there. Why am I getting hassles? No, put it right there. And I'm probably going to be using this drip tip. So that's that. So this is your Little Boy Plus clone from Cigreen. We'll go to a picture of the build, or I'll talk about the build that I put on next. So stick around. Alright, so here's the build that I put in the Little Boy Plus clone from Cigreen. It's basically 26 gauge wire, 8 wraps for each coil, and we're coming up at 0.42 ohms. Alright, so we'll go out to the other view and I'll vape it and I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like. So stick around. What's going on, Vape Nation? Job 131 Vapes is still here. That was a zoomed in view for Cigreen's Little Boy Plus RDA clone. What I like about this, number one, is that it includes a wider bore drip tip, and it gives you the option for a regular 510 drip tip. That's number one. That's a plus. Secondly, I like the vape on it. Definitely gives out good vapor, while retaining some flavor at the same time. So definitely that's a plus. I also like the look of it, the logo. I mean, it's, while not the deepest engraving, it definitely looks pretty cool on any of your mechs or mods or box mods or whatever. So that's another thing I like about it. Now, what I don't like about it, which is pretty big to me, as you saw from the zoomed in view, number one, the post holes on the negative and the positives, they're not the same size. So the post holes in the positive post, both of them are smaller than the negative post. Well, why do that? Make them all the same size. It's not like there wasn't room, and that, that's definitely a negative. Another thing, the holes in the positive post, they were not level, right? They were uneven. So, a little bit of lack of quality, or, quality control. So that kind of sucks. And the last thing, again, with the positive post, the block that the positive post, or that's sitting on top of the positive post where the holes are, it was cut uneven. It's more like in an oblong shape or whatever. It's just, it's not even. It's not level. It just it really bothers me, just because something like that, you cut the piece, should be even. If it isn't, throw it out. Put a new piece on. It shouldn't cost that much. Pretty good. I like the vape on it. I definitely like the vape on it. But the build quality, definitely a bit annoying. So overall, would I buy this? Well, I bought this. I picked it up for $26 from my buddy, Kamuri101 on whackedoutesig.ca, or check their website, KamuriVapes.com. Yeah, I picked it up for $26 Canadian. Yeah, I probably wouldn't buy it again. Like I said, I'm torn on this one just because I do like the vape. Flavor and vapor production is pretty good. But because of the build, I mean, in this, I think you could put, a different kinds of build, but because you limited it with smaller post holes in the positive post, the you know, lack of quality control on the positive post. That to me kind of turned me off. So it's up to you. Like, if you guys like to tinker and you're gonna drill it out anyway and whatever, then yeah, it's definitely a good RDA to kind of modify, and you know, you want to blow clouds or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Flavor is there too, but for $26 Canadian, I don't think you should have to do that. Like, when you buy something, you shouldn't have to modify it. If you know, you shouldn't have to do that. That's the bottom line. So, I mean, other than that, this is, you guys make the decision. This is Job 131 Vape saying, keep your wicks wet, and thanks for watching.